Hi, welcome to my channel, Takuya Kitaro. Today is September 24th, Tuesday, 2024. So 9/24/24. My last two videos were yesterday because I posted two videos yesterday. One in the morning and like one in the evening-ish. So check those out. And also, I appreciate people who've been commenting because it's fun to reply to. So thanks. I like that. I like the engagement on my channel. It's interesting to see, and it's appreciated, and I like it. So please keep on keeping on. I just ate breakfast, so. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. I have bad hair. Right. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, use your clarity grace. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So I'm gonna start pulling cards and see what comes out. It's kind of a chilly morning. I feel like it's gonna get warmer as the day goes. So I had a dream last night. Well, I had many dreams, but one of the dreams that I remember was something about prom. I don't, you know what? I've never really understood what the whole point of prom night was. Like, what is the purpose of it? So I'm about to look it up. Because I remember I was like in a shop or something, like in a store, and it was like prom season. You know how like there are those certain stores that open up around prom season, right? And then like it's just a bunch of girls like trying on dresses and being excited and happy, blah blah blah, right? And I remember in the dream I was in one of those stores, and I think I was like with 2-3 other women, and we were there giving them like tips on like their dresses and like prom night and things like that. Like I remember I remember seeing one of the girls, she was wearing a dress and she had her arms up and she was just walking around with her arms up like that, and I started laughing because I'm like, I know why your arms are up. You just sprayed deodorant, didn't you? And she was looking at me confused. I'm like, don't put your arms down. And I was telling her, like, let their deodorant dry. Let the deodorant dry, so that way when it dries, like, it doesn't dry on your dress, and then the dress isn't gonna have like the deodorant powder on it or something like that. But she was looking at me confused because I'm like, so it was like just tips and advice like that. But oh wow. So the whole purpose of prom or any school sponsored formal is to give young people the chance to develop their social skills. Allows high school students to have fun, celebrate milestones, and spend quality time with friends and family before graduation. Okay. The history of prom was primarily an event to teach young women and men how to fit into their assigned gender roles. Wow. A celebration and a final send-off for graduating students before they embark on their next journey. Okay. So, because in the dream, like, I was like 2-3 women, right? And we were all like in this shop, and there was dresses everywhere. It was prom, right? And so we were just, and at one point in the dream, we had sat kind of like in a circle, and the girls were asking us questions, and we were giving them advice and tips and blah, blah, right? But here's the thing. I never went to my prom out here. I never went to my prom. But I knew what wisdom and advice and tips to give them, so I gave it to them, right? So I feel like there could be something like that. Like, you may have never, like, experienced something, but you know how to navigate that experience. If that makes sense. Like you just, I don't know. Because I knew exactly what to say and the advice and, like, the wisdom to give them, like, I knew. But, like, I never went to my prom. I feel like it's part of it is kind of like common sense, right? I also feel like because you may have never been through something what someone's gone through specifically entirely, that doesn't mean like you don't know how to like give wisdom and advice. Like, it doesn't mean that you don't know how to use common sense. Like, it's just like, it's like if you've never been on a boat, someone might think that you don't know how the boat works, but you've studied the boat, you've read up on the boat, etc., etc. So you may know a couple things about the boat, right? I don't know. That may not be the best example, but there's something about navigation, like journeys, like proms are like basically like a milestone to like the next journey in your life, right? It's like once you hit prom, that's like one step closer to graduation. Right, it's kind of like land ho, you know. It's like, for example, it's like if you're in prom, right? It's like land ho, I see graduation ahead. It's like that, right? But I feel like you're able to like give advice and wisdom. Part of it is common sense. Part of it is mixed from your experiences. But I feel like there's, I don't know, people or a person around you that may not think you're qualified to give advice or qualified to be in a position or qualified to give wisdom because it's not exactly like their position. But a lot of it, believe it or not, is common sense. And you'd be surprised how little that is found in this world today. Oh, I guess I'm using this deck. I don't know. I feel like it's just, but it's so weird because like I never went to my prom, but I was in that shop and I was giving advice and getting advice or giving advice and giving wisdom, and like I was like in the circle, and it was like I fit perfectly fine. Like my position in the circle was secure because like I knew what I was talking about, right? Like, I've never experienced prom myself, but I know, like, these are things to expect. These are things that you, like, the do's and don'ts and tips and advice and, you know, etc., right? Like, it may not have, but here's the thing, though, like, I've been to a bunch of school dances. But I've never been to prom. So you could have a bunch of experience on a particular subject or a particular thing, but it's not exactly like someone else's or like something, but because of your accumulated experiences, and it's allowed you to have all this wisdom and these tips and advice and ideas, etc. So in a way, you do know what you're talking about. It's just not the exact experience that they are experiencing or they have experienced, but your advice and your wisdom and your tips are still solid. It's legit. It's still valid. Like, you still have a position. Just because, like, you haven't experienced something identical exactly like someone else, that doesn't mean your position is not valid. Like, your words are not valid. Like, your position is still there. Your words are still valuable. Okay? Like, maybe, okay, so that's probably why, like, with the whole boat thing, right? So maybe you've read something in a book that someone else who didn't read in the book, and then, like, you're able to, like, tell that person because you read the book from front cover to back cover, and so you were able to pick up a few things that maybe other people didn't know just by reading the book, and now, you know, that those little tips here and there have become quite valuable. Are you ever going to learn your lesson? Someone is not learning their lesson. They're doing something over and over and over again. And I feel like whoever this person is kind of like, they don't think that what you have... I just bit my lip. Whoever this person is, they don't feel like, or they don't think that what you have to say is of value, or like it couldn't help them in any kind of way, because you've never been in this position, so how could you know, right? You've never done this, so how could you know? You've never experienced this, so how could you know? But this is the same person that, like, doesn't want to, like, hear anything that anybody else has to say. This is someone who's very, very stubborn, right? Like, this is somebody who's like, unless it's their same exact experience, they don't want to hear it, because you couldn't possibly know. But in my dream, I had a position. I was in the circle. I was giving advice and doling out wisdom, etc. And the thing is, it was like to a younger, obviously, they're younger than you, like prom school girls, high school girls, right? And going to prom and being excited. I was giving them advice and wisdom to the younger generation, as we should be doing. But it's like, whoever this person is, they're so stubborn that not only can they not take advice and wisdom, but they also don't know how to give advice and wisdom, because it's like, if you are not willing to learn, you have no position to teach. Capricorn, this could be a Capricorn, or this could be about someone's reputation. There's somebody here who feels like they're a know-it-all, like they know everything, and that's just to keep something about their reputation intact. Like, they know exactly what they're doing, they know what's going on, but if they take advice from you, it's going to ruin their reputation, it's going to ruin their image. We have the 10th house: reputation, social status, success for the sake of, father, career, public status, legacy, honor. This could be a Capricorn, you could be a Capricorn, but I feel like there's something here about reputation. I feel like somebody also ruined their own reputation by being very stubborn. I'm hearing like a mule, eeyaw, like a donkey. You know how like donkeys are like very, very stubborn? It's like that. It's like this person is like immovable in their ways, and that's exactly, I feel like they were immovable in their ways to keep their reputation, but by being that same immovable way, that is exactly how they lost their reputation. Because again, it's like there's no reason for anybody to be that stubborn to where you feel like you don't need to take advice, or even this is some like I said, like for example, like you've never really been on the boat, but you've read about boats and you studied boats and you watched videos on boats, etc., etc. Like you've done your studying, but this person's like, you can't come on my boat because you've never been on a boat. You're like, no, that's true, but I've done my research on boats. Like I've studied boats and I know this and I know that, right? And I may not have been on boats, but I've been on yachts, or I've been on jet skis, or I've been on rowboats, or whatever the case it is, right? And this person, yeah, but you've never been on my boat. It's my boat. My boat is different. My boat is it's special. It's unique, right? My boat is limited edition. It's not sold anywhere. It's my boat. So you can't come on my boat, right? Come to find out, your information was quite valid when it came to their boat. And now their boat is sinking. Yeah, there's really something about someone's reputation here. They sunk their own reputation. Like, they sank it. Like that boat of theirs, that they were so stubborn. If you never been on my boat, then how could you know? Right? It's my boat. Okay, yeah, but I've been on like yachts, I've been on cruises, I've been on jet skis, I've been on rowboats, I've been on wooden boats. Yeah, but that's not my boat. Okay, well, good luck fishing your boat out of the bottom of the water, because you just sunk your own boat, right? You sunk it. So I feel like this person is learning. I feel like this is what they're not realizing, that you cannot be this stubborn. You cannot focus so much on your reputation and your social status, and you cannot be so stubborn. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason why anybody needs to ever be this stubborn to where you feel like you know everything, you're fine. No one could ever give you advice, or no one could ever understand. That's another thing too. This person feels like no one could ever understand what they're going through, because they're the ones that's going through it. It's a very closed-minded, right? No, I may not have gone through the same exact experience, right, detail by detail, but I have enough experience to know, at this point in my life, common sense, do's and don'ts, what to look out for, what to watch out for, red flags, green flags, orange flags, like cautions, right? It's just an accumulation of wisdom through common sense. That's really what this is. And this person's just like, no, you wouldn't know, so I'm not listening to you. How could you know? How could you know? It's my boat. You've never been on my boat, so you wouldn't know. So you can't come on my boat. I can't let anybody on my boat. It's like, but that's the thing. Like, if you don't let anybody on your boat, how is anybody gonna know how to like sail your boat? So yeah, I feel like that's what's going on, and they're not learning this. They're not realizing that this is the reason why their reputation got sunk. They tanked their own reputation. They're not respectable anymore. They're not looked up to anymore. They're not the model that they thought they would be, the idol that they thought they would be, right? Yeah, there's something. Yeah, because with 10th house, the Capricorn. The thing about Capricorns too, I enjoy Capricorns, but the thing about Capricorns when they're not so good is that they need public recognition. They need everybody to know this is their position, this is where they stand, this is who they are, this is what they do, etc., 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 right? And I feel like now everyone's just like looking at them like, we're not listening to you. Who are you? Like, you can't even control your own boat. Why are we going to listen to you? Like, you have no control over your own position, your own advice, your own life. We cannot. Who are you for us to take advice from, right? It's like, you're not going to take life advice from somebody who, right, doesn't even take their own advice. But in this situation, it's like they just ruined it. They ruined their own reputation. They ruined their own boat. They sunk their own boat by being stubborn. That's what you get, though, right? This could be a man, or this could be a very masculine woman. whoever this person is too, they're very angry. They're stubborn and they're angry. Very angry. I mean, yeah, they're very stubborn and angry. I have like, yeah. I gotta put that card in here. That bird is just... They get to watch you live your dreams. So whoever destroyed their own reputation, now they... One of the reasons why they're so angry is because they get to watch you live your dreams, right? This is somebody who, like, they swore up and down they knew what they were talking about. But, like, how can you be... I feel like this person, they wanted to teach everybody and be an example. But, like, in order to do that, you have to also be willing to learn and absorb information and grow, right? But it's like they got stuck in something. They just became immovable. And as the audience that's watching, it's like, we cannot learn from that because we got to the part, it's like, we are now where you are at. So, and you cannot move from that position, but we are ready to expand and grow from that. We already met you where you are in your life. Now what? Like, where do you go from there? Like, what's your next plan? What's your next step? Right? But they kind of like just stopped at that part of their lives. Meanwhile, the whole collective, they're like, okay, so now what? What do we do? Because now we've learned all of this. Where do we go from here? Where do we move from here? It's like, this person can't teach you where to move from there. They can't teach you because they're stuck and they're not willing to learn themselves. So if they're not willing to learn themselves where to go from that point in their life, they cannot teach other people. And now everyone's just like, okay, well, obviously you don't know what you're doing. You obviously don't know what you're talking about. So we're going to leave. We're going to go. I just saw 22 too. We're going to go leave. We're going to go find someone else that knows what they're doing or knows like where they're heading in their life, or, you know, has moved on for the position that you've been stuck in for like the past 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like, where do you, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you plan on learning anything else? Like, what are you teaching us? We have focused on my goals. I feel like that's you, collective. And then we have, they don't like being alone. They can't be alone. So I feel like part of this journey entails that you have to like separate yourself from what is no longer good for you. And that could be one of the reasons why this person is so stubborn, because they're not willing to let go or move away from things that's no longer good for them. Which is why the card also came out as, are you ever going to learn your lesson? Because this is like, that's another thing too. Like, they need that public recognition. They need that admiration from society. They need to be able to climb a ladder. They need to be able to have that social status, right? But in some situations, you have to be willing to let go of that fame, that celebrity, that admiration, that Capricorn, look here, Capricorn, right? But instead of Capricorn just like ignoring it, this person couldn't walk away, and they're just like, you know, take my picture, I'll sign autographs. Take my picture, I'll sign autographs. Like, it doesn't have to be a Capricorn. I'm just saying, like, that's because it's like the 10th house, right? So it could just be with that. That's just an example, right? But it's like they couldn't walk away from like the limelight or the attention, and because they couldn't walk away, they got stuck in their position. They couldn't grow from that. They couldn't learn anything else. They weren't willing to learn anything else, right? They got stuck in that, and by being stuck in that, eventually that's how they lost their reputation. Because it's like, are you gonna learn anything else? What is there to teach? Like, are you gonna? We've been waiting here for you to tell us what's the next plan, what's the next move, like what's the next lesson in life, like what's the next, where do we go from here? Meanwhile, this person is too busy in like reveling in their social status and their reputation and etc., etc. And it's just like, without even realizing, I feel like this person, they were sinking the boat that the community was holding up for them, because now nobody's holding them up. Because now the community is like, okay, well, they're not learning anything else. They're not teaching us anything else. They don't have anything else to give us, any more wisdom, any more advice, any more tips. They don't have that. So we're going to go. We're leaving. We're going to go find it elsewhere, right? We got goals to focus on, and you're not helping us reach our goals. So obviously, you're not the one that we can, like, ask and give advice to, right? And then we have, they get to watch you live your dreams. They don't like being alone. They can't be alone. But I also feel like this is the same person that was like convincing other people that you don't know how to give advice and wisdom and tips, and like you're not the person. So now I feel like whatever a group of people was that was Capricorn or karmic, right? Whatever this group of people was to this person, now they're going to be turning to you for wisdom and advice and tips and etc. etc. Now they're going to be turning to you because they see that you've surpassed something. So obviously you know what you're doing. Obviously you know where you're going. Obviously you know what's what and who's who, right? So now they're going to be turning to you. But these are the same people that were told, oh, you don't, because they have no idea what this boat is like. And my boat is limited edition, right? But it's like you have experience on cruise ships, on yachts, on sailboats, on rowboats, on kayaks. You have all that experience, right? Like you must know what you're talking about because you obviously surpassed something. Meanwhile, this person is stuck in like something in their life and they're not getting any farther. They keep getting stuck in the same thing over and over and over again, right? They keep getting stuck. And it's like, you don't see why you're getting stuck. Meanwhile, the collective has already surpassed that. They keep doing something wrong. It's the same thing. They keep doing the same thing, and that's like where they have to start over again, and then they have to start over again, and then they have to start over again because they keep doing the same thing over and over again, and they're not realizing that it's the decisions that they're making. And they're not willing to realize that, or they don't want to realize that, or they feel like they don't have to realize that because it's like other decisions that they've made that led up to the reputation that they have at that point gave them that public recognition, social status, etc., etc. So in their mind, it couldn't be me because I have all of this stuff. I have all of this, social status. I have all of this. People love me. I have all this admiration. So what am I doing wrong? I'm not doing anything wrong. It can't be me. But you're doing something wrong because obviously you're starting over and over for a reason. But this is the same person that was telling other people that you had no idea what you're talking about. And you have no idea what you're, etc., whatever. It's like, you know what I mean? And now the people, hey, all you people, won't you listen to me? Yeah, so now all these people are like, collective, do you mind if we ask you a question? Do you mind if, family secrets. So this could be somebody in your family. This could be family members of yours that were once convinced that you had no idea what you're doing. You had no idea what you're talking about. You had no idea where you're going. But all of a sudden, now you want me to give you advice? You want me to tell you how to life? Couldn't be the same people, because you guys were the same people that said I didn't know what I was doing. Couldn't be. I know that's so condescending, but that's like kind of the energy. Like, these are the same people now that are they could have been like taking this person's advice or following their lead and however they were living their life, and they were using that as oh, so this person's doing this, so we should do what they're doing because look at their life and look at how they're doing, right? Not knowing that they're just following someone who is, that boat is sinking. You don't see that boat is sinking? That's what you're following. That's where you're going towards, a sinking boat, right? So now they're kind of like, help, collective, we're sinking, help, please save us, throw us a lifeboat, help, right? And this person, they're still like, well, this is my boat. My boat is good. My boat is fine. But, sir or ma'am, your boat is sinking. But there's people in your family that see that their boat has sunk or that their boat is sinking. And those are the same people that are going to come towards you and turn to you for, like, advice and wisdom and tips and, how to have basic common sense. Like, it's not that hard to live life. It really isn't. Like, I don't know, this could just be like, I know there's something very crybaby about this energy too. Like, I hate crybabies. Like adult crybabies. Anyway, so everybody gets to watch you live your dreams and they get to watch you be focused on your goals, right? So you're focused on your goals and you're living out your dreams. That's it. Very simple. That's it. So, I mean, I feel like at this point, like, you should realize by now, like, who's repeating something over and over and over, who's doing something over and over and over. And it's like, this person, they get to, what is this card? Learn to say no in your dreams. Say no with a conviction. Spiritual attacks. The word no is very powerful. Yeah. I'm going to put that to the side because that's just like a little reminder for you. But I was going to say, it's like whoever this stubborn mule is, right? They get to this point in their life and then everything crashes and burns. And then they have to start over. And then they get to this point again in their life and then they crashes and burns and they start over. That's them. They're stuck in a cycle. Meanwhile, here you are, right? And you've surpassed that point that they are at. You surpassed it. And you're just going and going and going. And everybody's just like, but what do we do now? How come they're stuck? And they crash and burn. And then they follow the same person again. Crash and burn. It's like, you guys don't see that you're following a sinking boat. Like, that boat is never going to reach its destination because there's a hole in the bottom, and it sinks every single time in the same position at the same location all the time. It's going to sink until you fix that hole within you. You're not going to have to worry about a sinking ship. This person has a hole inside them. That's why. Obviously, that's like metaphorically, like their boat has a hole in them, but it's like this person has like a hole in their heart. And I feel like people may not have realized that, but somebody around this person, they're realizing that something is not right. Something doesn't make sense. Ex-boyfriend or husband. So this could be your ex-boyfriend or ex-husband, or somebody that wanted to be, for some of you, this is somebody that wanted to be your boyfriend. But this person is the one that gets to see you, watch you, that gets to watch you live your goals and dreams. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. This is the person, this ex of yours. For some of you, it's an ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. But this is the person that gets to watch you live your dreams. This ex of yours, right? And they swore they knew up and down what they were doing in their life and what they were talking about. They swore. Hold on. Hi! Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So yeah. I think I'm going to move on now from Kippa, Libra. So yeah, now this person wants to partner up with you. This could be, yeah, 7th house. So this could be a Capricorn or a Libra. Or you are a Capricorn or a Libra. Or this is just about, they were so focused on their social status and their reputation that they sunk it. And now they want to partner up with you. I also feel like this person, they have no idea they have no idea what that thing is that's like messing them up in their life. They don't know the decision. They don't know like what happened, why, like it's like they don't know, like they took a wrong path in their life, but they don't know what path it was. They don't know if it was something they said, something they did, someone they partnered up with, someone that a job they took. They have no idea. And that's what's so like irritating, because how do you not know? But I digress, because not everyone is going to be aware, right? So I'm not judging, but at this point, if this is like a constant cycle for you, at what point do you look up and say right, like you're not even thinking about it? So yeah, 7th house Libra on the bottom of the deck. Cooperative relationships, committed partnerships, marriage, open enemies, lawsuits, sharing. This person wants to partner up with you. They could also come towards you with some sort of like offer, like a marriage proposal or like a marriage offer. But this person actually hates you, and they hate you because they swore up and down you were the one that didn't know what you were doing in your life. Meanwhile, they have to keep starting over. They crash and burn, start over. They crash and burn, start over, and you've surpassed that already. And everybody sees that, but If you said the collector doesn't know what they're talking about, if you said the collector doesn't know what they're doing, how come you're the one that keeps having to start over and the collective is all the way over there living out their goals and dreams and being happy? Now everyone's going, and this person's still not going, right? So I feel like this person, their only way to get out of this cycle that they're in is to come towards you and try to partner up with you or cozy up with you or be with you, right? It's because they're stuck in a cycle. They have no idea what they're doing wrong. And you, obviously, it shows that you know what you're doing, obviously, because you've surpassed that. Your boat is... They could have seen you passing by them on your boat, and meanwhile, they're trying to shove water out of their boat, and they're like half of the boat is sinking in the water. And meanwhile, they see you, and they're like, and like your hair is just like, right? That is so funny. That's so funny, right? And everybody that like we're following this person, they're like, collector, wait, and you're just like, you just passed them, and they're like, but wait a minute, right? And this person's yelling at everybody, help me take a water out of my boat. Nobody wants to help them anymore. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. Like, and that's the only reason why they want to partner up with you too. I also feel like another reason why they want to partner up with you is so that way you can find out like, it's giving like beta testing, like, so they do this thing in like video games where they'll do like a beta release, and it's kind of like it's for like a video game, right? A beta release would be like they would like a early demo release of the game, so you know, to the community or whatever, and so that way people can play it and test it out and see, and if there are any bugs that need to be fixed or anything that needs to be worked on, like graphics or glitches or bugs, whatever, like the game company, their production team, whatever, they would know, right? They would know, like, okay, so we got, and the thing is, they'll do it a certain amount of time before, like, the initial game is, like, finished, and then it has to be released, right? So they kind of do that for certain games to make sure that they have enough time to fix what needs to be fixed, and, like, they know what needs to be fixed, right? So it's kind of like that. This person, they're gonna come towards you with, first of all, this is a beta male or a beta woman. This is not an alpha, right? They can be coming towards you like, I'm an alpha, but first of all, I feel like if you're a man and you have to claim that you're an alpha, you're not an alpha. That shit is, you're not an alpha. This is a beta male. Learn your place, all right? But I feel like this person, they're only going to come towards you because they have no idea what like bugs or glitches are going on in their life. They don't know the kinks, the bugs, the glitches, what needs to be worked on, what needs to be fixed. They don't know that. So they're going to come towards you, you know, to see if you can fix and tweak and figure out why their boat is sinking. That's what they're going to do. They're going to have you fix their boat, and then if you circle back and fix their boat, they're probably going to do something to sabotage you, because this person actually hates you because you surpassed them and they got stuck because they swore up and down they knew better, right? So I feel like they're going to try to sabotage you. If you help this person, they're going to sabotage you and sink your boat or put holes in your boat, and then turn around and be like, see, I told you, right? But they sabotaged you. So be cautious of this person that wants to partner up with you. They only want you to partner up with them if only you knew what we did / said behind your back. So this person could have done a bunch of things or said a bunch of things about you with your family or to your family, right? But I feel like that's kind of like, we already know that. That's not really anything new. But yeah, I feel like the only reason why this person wants to partner up with you is so that way you can figure out what's wrong in their lives, and then they'll be able to fix it, and then they will, and just as he's as a coward, he will kick you down. Yeah. And then they're gonna kick you while you're down there fixing their boat. He's gonna kick you, and then he's gonna take your boat. See, I told you. Look at them, they're sinking in their boat. I told you. What is psycho? For some of you, this could be a Capricorn. This could be a father. This could have this man could have children. This beta man. It's so funny because like beta men, they hate to be called that. They hate that. Like, and that's how you know. Like, because if you're a divine masculine, it doesn't matter what anybody calls you. You know who you are. You know where you stand, etc., etc. But this person, they hate that. They get so offended. They get so, I'm an alpha. I know what I'm doing. All right, beta. I don't know why, but this is like a beta man. They have no power, no reputation, no standing, no security. They don't have that. And this person hates you because they swear up and down. All right? There's something about the way they parent as well. Like, they may not be the good father that they claimed they were or that they said they were. There's something about that. There's something very phony about this person. This is somebody who, like, they will talk themselves up in front of everybody, right? They'll talk themselves up, make themselves look like very important, that they have this power, and then they walk away, right? And then people will start talking to each other about the things that this person said, and they'll realize that there's holes in their stories, right? It's a lot of the things that this person says, it just doesn't, like, their actions do not match what they say. And believe it or not, their life speaks for itself. It's like this person, they're trying to, like, talk themselves to be in such great standing and reputation to, like, overshadow their shit life. And it shows. It shows. This is somebody who, like, I'm a great father, I'm with my kids, but you don't even have custody of your kids, right? So how are you with your kids every day if you don't have custody of them? It's like that. That's just an example. Alright? And I'm only saying that because Capricorn is like the father of the zodiac. And Cancer would be like the mother of the zodiac. And then Leo would be like Aries would be the child. Right. I guess Leo too. I do consider Leo the child of the zodiac as well. I do. But definitely Aries is like considered the child. That's why most Aries are so like, damn, relax, right? But anyways, all right, let me move on to Kipper. Yes, my love. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So I'm gonna get Kipper now. Yeah, whoever this person is, they don't like being alone. And I feel like a lot of the things that they say is just to make people, like, it's to keep people around them. But if they like control the way people see them, then people are gonna wanna be around them. But that's the thing. Like, if you are a crap person and you live a crap life, right, and you do crap things, people are going to see that. No one's gonna want to be around you. And it doesn't matter how much you don't want to be alone, how much you can't be alone. You cannot force people to be around you. This person could have like some abandonment issues. Kippa. Marriage reverse. So this is somebody you're definitely not in a partnership at all, a union, a friendship, a business even. Whatever this is, you're definitely not in this with this person. This could have been someone you divorced or broke up with or ended things with or no longer work with or no longer are friends with. Whatever this is, it's marriage in reverse. Alright? This person is also having a fear that they're always going to be alone. They're never going to get married. They're going to die alone. They're going to be alone. Right? So I feel like that's really why they did a lot of what they did, to make sure that they wouldn't always have someone around them. But, I mean, believe it or not, I mean, obviously it's believable, but there's a lot of elderly people in nursing homes, and they almost never, there's a good portion of them that, like, never have visitors. And you look at them and you're like, oh my god, that poor old lady, or oh my god, that poor old man, right? But then you realize they were a shitty person. That's why nobody wants to visit them. That's why nobody wants to be around them, right? And it may be sad in that moment, especially looking at them from an outsider perspective, right? But everybody close to them, right, it's almost always because they were a shit person. They were not a good person, right? They were a betrayer, a thief, a liar, a grouch, whatever. And it's like, now it makes sense as to why nobody wants to be around you, because of the person that you once were, right? So that's why you have a lot of old people alone in nursing homes, because they were not good people when they were in their prime, or, you know, their late adulthood or whatever, right? So yeah, anyways, so marriage reverse, yeah. I also feel like this person could want to, like I said, partner up with you with the Libra there, right? They want to, like, partner up with you. For some of you, they want to come to you like with like some sort of proposal, because they feel like partnering up with you would save their reputation, save them from that sinking boat. I wouldn't, listen, I wouldn't, if it was me, I wouldn't do it, right? Occupation reverse. This person has, like, no job either. They have no job, or, like, they can't keep a job. They have no idea what they're doing, or they're not, like, really doing anything that's, like, important in their life. But they talk about doing important things. Oh, absolutely, they talk about doing important things. Yes they do, but they're not really doing anything. This is somebody who would be like, oh, I gotta go home, I have so much to do, I have this, I have that, all right. But when they go home, the first thing they do is, like, oh my god, I'm seeing, okay, so there's this movie called Cat in the Hat, right? And, her name was Joan. She was the mother of the kids, right? And Joan was dating this guy. He was disgusting. Horrible man, right? He was also allergic to cats. So Joan was dating this guy, and first of all, he didn't really like her kids, right? But he was her neighbor, right? I don't know how they got together. I think that's because he was a neighbor. And I remember in one scene, you should go watch Cat in the Hat, the one with Mike Myers, the live action one. It's really, really old. It came out like early 2000s, before 2010, I think. Anyways, and he's like telling Joan, he's like, all right, sweetie, well, I have to go to work. I have this, I have so much paperwork to do, so much paperwork to do. And she's like, okay, bye, right? And she's doing really good for herself. She's got her job, her home is in order, her kids. She's got her own kids, like she's got her own life, etc., right? And so he's like, all right, I gotta go. I have so much paperwork to do. And so, like, he goes to his car, right? And she's like, okay, because I have to go to work too. So he goes to his car and he waits for her to drive off and leave. And then he gets out of his car, runs inside of his house, takes off his suit, throws his suitcase, and he's also got like this waistband. He takes off his waistband, he grabs a beer, and he sits on the couch and watches TV. That's this. This is this person. They do this. They're like, I got so much to do. I have all this paperwork. I have, you know, all these things I got a lot of running around to do. I got errands. I got this and this and that, right? I'm just so busy. But when they go home, they do nothing. This person's very, very lazy. They're very lazy. They can't keep a job, or like if they have a job, they're like, they do like the bare minimum, right? So yeah, they don't know what they're doing. But then this person wants to like partner up with you because you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, right? They want to go. This person is secretly an opportunist. I feel like that's one of the reasons why they did everything that they did and said everything that they did to you and about you, behind your back, to your friends, to your families, etc., is because they thought that was a great opportunity for them to have high reputation, to have a standing, for them to have accolades, for them to have friends and admirers, and they're not going to be alone. But your boat is sinking. So now this person, they want to, again, because deep down they are an opportunist, they want to go with the winning team. You are the winning team, right? But you're not welcome here. I got my own boat. Wow. If I can fix my own boat and make it functional, you can do the same. Despair reverse and courtship reverse. Yeah, you're not worried about this person. Like, if you ended this partnership, this relationship, this marriage, this friendship, whatever this is, if you ended that, you're not worried about it. You're not feeling bad about it. Like, you did what you did because you knew what you were doing. Like, I also feel like this person, they want to like not like make you feel guilty for ending things with them. But they want to, there's this weird mind thing that they're going to try and do where they're going to try and make you doubt, as if, like, they're going to try and make you doubt and put doubt in your mind if you did the right thing by leaving them. Obviously you did, because your boat is far off into the horizon. You're gone. So of course you did the right thing. But this person, they're going to try and be weird about that. Right? They're going to try and make you, like, feel... And that's the thing, too. Like, you don't feel bad for leaving this person because now you're getting to live out your dreams and you're focused on your goals and you're doing what you got to do, etc., etc. With despair reverse, courtship reverse, you don't feel bad about this breakup, this ended relationship, this ended friendship, this ended contract, this ended business, whatever this was that ended. For some of you, it could be a relationship or, like, a business relationship or a marriage. But you don't feel bad about this. You're supposed to feel bad for living out your goals and dreams and being focused on your goals and dreams? No. And I feel like this person is afraid that, this person is afraid that I'm hearing much too good for children. That's from Matilda. It's Miss Trunchbull, right? So there's like the scene in Matilda. So Matilda used to always share chocolates with her dad. Or, not Matilda, it was Miss Honey. Miss Honey used to always share chocolate with her dad, right? But then, like, Miss Trunchbull did some shady things and killed Miss Honey's father and then took over the house, etc., blah, 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 right? And then the same chocolates that Miss Honey used to eat with her father, Miss Trunchbull started eating them, and she wouldn't share. And she would say, much too good for children. So I feel like this is how this person feels. They feel like your life is so good and you're living such a great life that you have no thoughts of sharing your life with this person. You're absolutely right. Why would you share your life with this person? Why would you? Like, you did some foul shit. Why would I? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So this person is afraid that your life is going accordingly to plan of the divine, and you're not going to give them a second chance. You're not even going to look their way. And you're absolutely right about that. Now, for some of you, you may, do what you want, right? If you want to work with this person, work with this person. But I'm telling you right now, the only reason why this person wants to work with you is because it's going to benefit them, right? They really cannot bring anything to your table, right? You are the table. You are the adornments. You are the chairs. You are the layout. You are the feast. You are all of it. What can this person bring to your table? They don't even have wood to extend your table, make it longer. Like, they don't have, what can they bring to your table, right? And this person swore up and down like they were the shit. If you were a divine feminine, what are you going to do with the beta? What are you going to do with this? If you're a divine masculine, what are you going to do with this? Like, what is she bringing to your table? She's not bringing peace. She's not bringing comfort. She's not bringing... usually, when a divine feminine and a divine masculine, they come together, she's bringing her success. He's bringing his success, right? You are bringing your best bricks. He is bringing his best bricks. And you build a castle together with the best bricks that you both have, right? Now, if you're a divine feminine or divine masculine, you're bringing your success, your best bricks. This person is bringing a broken down boat. What are you going to... You're supposed to put all your best bricks onto their broken boat, and then... No, that's unacceptable. Which tarot should I use, my darling? This one. I've been using this one a lot. You know, I really don't use this one. I should probably try this one. Oh, no. Hold on. I don't know. I don't feel like this is like... This person's desperate too, so you just be cautious. Yeah, I haven't used this deck in like forever. I feel like the only reason why they want to come around you, one of the reasons why they want to come around you is so that way they can make a point or prove something. I don't know if this is to their family or to your family, but they need to make a point. They need to prove something. It could also have to do with, like, one of the points that they have to prove is that they are something about their stability, or like they are okay enough to where you would take them back, or they are stable enough to where you would take them back. And a lot of it is like, I hate to say this, but it's like, it's also to prove to themselves that they're not damaged goods, right? Because it doesn't seem like there's any love here. It doesn't seem like there's any loyalty, any genuity here. It's just to prove to themselves and to everybody around that they're not damaged goods, right? And it's kind of like a cop-out, like they want you to help them fix what's wrong with them because they don't know what's wrong with them. They need someone to fix them. They need someone to help them get out of a mess that they created, a mess that they made. They need help. And they see you surpass and you're successful. You obviously know what you're doing. So they're going to ask you for basically help, but it's not like they're going to ask you for help outright. They're going to try and have a partnership with you or relationship with you, but it's really just so that way they can like have a safe haven, and they're not even going to do anything with that. They're just going to like get in the car and wait until you leave, so when you say yes and you agree to help them, right, and then you go to work, okay, yeah, I'm going to go look for jobs, or I'm going to go do this, I'm going to do that, right? What they're going to do, they're just going to sit on their butt all day and watch TV and drink beer, right? When you come home, like, that mess is still there, right? The job listings, they're still uncircled, right? And they're gonna give you some weird explanation like they just couldn't, they just had so much emotional, and you know, they just weren't feeling well, and tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes tomorrow. It's yeah, they just want someone to take care of them. I don't feel like this person has any intention of fixing their boat. It's like they tried, they got as far as they could, their boat sunk, and they gave up. Now they want someone else to carry them. Nine of Wands. I feel like this person... Queen of Wands reverse, yeah. Yeah, this person... So if you... This could be a karmic feminine for some of you, right? So this could be like your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, your ex-friend, your ex-business partner, whatever this is. This person, they tried it on their own, and I hate to say it, but like they're like bruised and battered and beaten up, and like life really is getting to them. They are struggling right now with life. Right, life is like leaving them wounded and beat and hurt, and like they're struggling right now with life. They're not having a good time. And for some of you, this person, they don't have a job, they don't have a marriage, they don't have a relationship, they don't have what they thought they would be having at this point. Right, all they have is just a bunch of bruises, a bunch of cuts, a broken arm, a broken leg. They're tired. They're just. This is someone who's like, I've been fighting all my life. Like, yeah, and it shows, too. It shows you've been fighting. Absolutely, yeah. I see it. Right? So this could be a Capricorn, feminine, or a Queen of Wands reverse, because the Queen of Wands reverse on the bottom of the deck. Right? They just really thought that they knew what they were doing, and they're very angry. This is a very, very angry person. Like I said in the beginning, this could be a man or this could be a very masculine woman, right? But they're very angry with their life and angry with the decisions that they've made. And it's so crazy because they still have no idea what needs to be fixed in their life, right? They're just tired of being in the Nine of Wands energy fighting. And this is somebody who's just like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. That's from Holes. You know, when they're like digging for the treasure, digging. And the little girl is like, she's tired of this. She's tired of digging holes and not finding any treasure. She's tired. Right? Five of Pentacles reverse. You have gotten out of the cold. You have worked on your finances. Your finances are increasing. You're out of the cold. And the thing is, this is what you did. You did all this yourself. You did this, right? And that's why I feel like this person, they're afraid that you're not going to, like, accept them into your life because your life is already good. Like, my life is good. So, my life is good without you. What are you going to bring into my life? Because as of right now, like, it doesn't seem like it's no skin off my back if you're in my life or not. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, focused on my goals. They get to watch you live your dreams. Courtship reverse, despair reverse. You're not feeling bad about not being around this person, these people. Five of Pentacles reverse. Yeah. And it's kind of like the more you stay away from these people, the easier it is for you to be focused on your goals, live out your dreams, focus on your finances, increase your finances, because I also feel like for a lot of you, your finances are also increasing in one way or another. This is someone who's very, very bitter too. They're very bitter because of their they're always in that Nine of Wands energy, always fighting, always tired, always wounded, always just like, they always look like they just came out of battle. Like, you see this person and they're always like sweating or huffing and puffing, and like did you just get out of battle or something? Because you just look like you always coming out of battle every time you see this person, right? They're always in that I've been fighting all my life. Like, yes, it shows. Like, don't you want to like sit down maybe and take a break? But this is a very bitter and angry person. This person is also very defensive, so that's probably why they won't ever be out of that Nine of Wands energy. Right? It's like if you feel like you always have to defend something, you're always going to be fighting. Right? Four of Pentacles reversed. And they're going to have to let this go. Four of Pentacles reversed. They have to let this go because it's not getting them anywhere. They lost their reputation. Your boat sunk. Move on. That's it. You lost your honor, you lost your reputation, you lost your career, you lost your public status, you lost your social status, you lost, like, and whatever you were doing just to do it, you're gonna have to let that go. So I feel like there was a part of this person, whatever they were doing it just to see if they could do it, or because they wanted to do it because they thought it was going to help their reputation. There was no real logical reason as to why they were doing what they were doing, right? They have to let it go. They also going to have to let go of that boat that is sinking, right? 10 of Cups upright. What about the 10 of Cups? A Page of Wands reverse. This person's blocked. They don't have any ideas. They don't know how to save their boat. They don't know how to come towards you. They don't know how to save their reputation. They don't know how to get people to be around them. And the reason why they want to do that is because they don't want to be alone. They don't like being alone. They need companionship, right? It doesn't matter how they get it. It doesn't matter what kind. It's just they need that, right? But people are also blocking them. They don't want to be around this person. For a lot of you, this is like your ex-boyfriend or ex-husband that people don't want to be around because they're just like, yeah. All right, let me get some for the 10. This could be you in the 10 of Cups. You're emotionally being fulfilled, emotionally happy. You've got a good family, whether it's you, your cat, you and your dog, you and your child, you and your children, you and your spouse, you and your whatever. This is you. You're in this 10 of Cups, and your finances are increasing. You're focused on your goals. You're living out your dreams. Everything's pretty good. It's kosher right now. I like it. Maybe I don't have the 10 of Cups. Three of Wands reversed. This person, they kind of have to yes, my love. The Three of Wands reversed. This is somebody who had to move back home with their parents. Hold on. Alright, so yeah, Three of Wands reverse. On top of Four Pentacles reverse. I'm okay. Okay, good. So I feel like the part of the cycle was that they're gonna have to let something go, and I feel like they don't even know what that is, because whatever that is, it's making them having to start over from the beginning, or having to like go back home. That could be home to like their original town, their original country, their original state, their original neighborhood. It could even be going back home to like their dad's house or their mom's house or their parents' house, like whatever it is. Like they have to let something go, and because they keep having to go back home, they have to. I feel like they don't realize that there's something that they have to let go of. That they're not letting something go. So whatever lesson that they're not learning, they have to let that go. And because they're not learning that lesson, it's always going to be the Three of Wands, right? They get to a certain point in their life, and then they crash and burn. They have to start all over from the beginning, right? It's like they have to go back home. They get to a certain point in their life, they crash and burn, and they have to start all over, and they have to go back to the beginning, they have to go back home. That's the cycle, right? This could be somebody who, like, I don't know, like they cannot be on their own, they can't handle being on their own, or they can't. This could also be like they have to start all over every single time. Like every lifetime, they always have to start over and build up their reputation, and then their reputation crashes and burns, and then they just give up on life. Like it's too hard. They're tired of being You're tired of fighting and being broken and bruised and battered, and tired of being alone, and tired of things not working out, marriages, relationships, businesses, jobs, and then they give up. They're tired of always having to start over, and they don't even know why this always happens to them. They don't know why. But then they see you, the person that they downplayed the most and that they betrayed the most. You must know what you're doing because you're not starting over. Two of Wands reversed. Two of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Cups reversed. This person, their finances are shot, and they don't really, they can't really live out their wishes and dreams and goals, and it may have even gotten to a point where they no longer have wishes and dreams and goals, because it seems like there's a lot going on for them. They're not even, it's not a luxury that they can afford at this moment to focus on their wishes and dreams and goals. That's no longer a luxury for them anymore. I'm curious as to what the Two of Wands reverses there. Hold on. Yeah, so I was right. In the beginning of the video, I talked about this person swore up and down that you had no idea what you were doing with your life. You didn't know what you were doing. You didn't know where you were going. And a lot of that had to do because you weren't, I don't know, either living their life or their experience. You couldn't possibly know how to give advice on their experience, right? But like, for example, like in the dream, I was sitting in a circle giving advice to a bunch of younger girls on like their prom events, like their dresses and tips and do's and don'ts and to be careful and things like that, right? Now, me personally, I've never been to a prom, but I've been to a bunch of school dances, right? And prom is just like a more formal dance, a more formal event, right? But the advice and wisdom that I've accumulated was enough. It was suffice for what they needed to know, what they needed to hear, what I was able to give them, right? So I feel like this person, they just swore up and down. You had no idea what you were doing, no idea where you were going. The Two of Wands reversed, that's why that's here. Because that also represents like no direction. But it's crazy. Because if you had no direction in your life, how come you're all here? These are all your cards. Five of Pentacles reversed. So obviously your money is good. Your money is increasing. Your finances are increasing. And not only that, but I feel like it's not even about money. Like your abundance is increasing. Your luxuries are increasing. Your health is increasing. Your beauty is increasing. Your handsomeness is increasing. Your health, your vigor, your youth, your energy. It's your wisdom, your abilities, your skills, your gifts. Those are all increasing. Right? Courtship reversed, despair. Some of you may even be single, but you're not depressed about it, or you let this person go and you're not depressed about it. Like, you're fine. Like, you're not down in the dumps. All you're focused on your goals, and you're obviously living out your dreams because they're watching you live out your dreams, right? And on top of that, there's no way you could be depressed if you're in the Ten of Cups. It's impossible, right? So this person could have, like, this is somebody who probably needs to be in a relationship, and that's why they don't like to be alone. Because the card that says they don't like to be alone, they can't be alone. But here you are, courtship reversed. You're obviously by yourself. or you're single, or you're just, whatever this is, like you're not feeling bad about it, right? Because you got the Ten of Cups. You're emotionally fulfilled. It's like, this is somebody who, they need to be in a relationship, or they need to be around people to feel secure, emotionally secure. Well, that's very, very toxic. It is. And it's not healthy. It's not good. You can only feel safe and comfortable if you're around a bunch of people that probably don't even like you, don't even respect you, don't even care about you. You probably don't even like, you probably don't even respect, you probably don't even care. You're just around them because you don't want to be alone. Like, that's not good. That's not healthy. That's crazy to me. But, so this person's war up and down, and they probably still say that you don't know what you're doing, but their money is not good. They barely have 2 pennies to rub together, 2 pentacles reversed, and the 9 of Cups reversed. And they don't even have time to follow their goals and wishes and dreams, and they probably don't even have that anymore either. Being able to follow your goals and wishes and dreams, it is a luxury, but it is a possible luxury if you know how to tap into that. It's very possible. Just do it. Just do it! Alright, let me get, that's so crazy to me. And I feel like that's what they were saying to your friends and family members. Like, you have no idea what you're doing. You have no direction. But your life speaks for itself. Their life speaks for itself. You're not the one that's starting over. You're not the one that's bruised and battered. I mean, you could be, but you're not letting that stop you from... Because obviously, like, you're not depressed. You're not in despair. You're not stuck. But I feel like they still don't feel like you know what you're doing. And I also feel like this person, they're going to come towards you to try and partner up with you because they're going to make it seem like they have, like, they're valuable, or they could be a valuable asset in your life. No, they cannot. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. If they messed up their life, what do you think they're going to do to your life? They messed up their life. They had the biggest hand and the downfall of their own empire. So now this person wants to come over to your empire and be like, yeah, I can help you build your empire. No, they're not. They can't. They didn't even want to build their own empire brick by brick. You think they're going to help you build yours brick by brick? No. I just said something about you, Divine Feminine, taking the best bricks and your best bricks and your success. Divine Masculine taking his best bricks and his success, and then you guys come together to build an empire. If you're Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, you have all your best bricks and your success, you think this person who had the biggest hand in the downfall of their empire is going to help you build your empire? No, they don't even like to work. They don't want to work. They couldn't even build their own empire brick by brick. You think they're going to do that with you? Oop, that card just fell out. The 4 of Swords came out. This person needs to sit down and relax. They need to sit down, relax, let this go, whatever this is, and start over. That's it. Like, sit down and relax and stop trying to, like, can I be in your empire? Can I be in your empire? Can I help? Can I help? No, you can't even help yourself. 6 of Pentacles reversed. They're just going to take from you. You can't even help yourself. And not only that, I don't need your help. I'm good. I don't need your help. I don't need your consort. I don't need your... Whatever you have, I don't need it. No, thank you. How about you go sit down, relax, let that go. Let whatever trauma, whatever issues, whatever it is that you need to let go, let it go. And if you have to start over, then start over. Because you're not welcome in my empire. That's it. This is a reading. Hope it helps. Bye.